Thank you. Thank you. Really, I'm very humbled, and I am very thankful that you're here. And talk about quick, I can tell you about quick. But, you know, when I think back of all the head coaches that have coached here at the University of Tennessee, and from Ray Mears down, I'm honored to have a chance to stand here today as the 20th head basketball coach at the University of Tennessee, because I realize and I know that there's many, many people that would like to be standing here where I am today. But I will say this, I'm not sure of all those coaches that have come before me, if they knew the University of Tennessee like I knew it before I ever really walked back on this campus. Back in 1974, you had a co-ed here that I was really in love with, and the trip from Hickory, North Carolina over here was very short, and I actually can remember oftentimes leaving at 11:30 at night trying to get over here. And I'd never really been to a big-time college football game, ever. And I asked her, I said, she actually asked me if I would like to come over here, and I said, absolutely. And I came over in 1974 and had a chance to watch Tennessee play Tulsa. And I met Condridge Holloway today, and I remember exactly that the score was 17-10, and they beat Tulsa that day. But every time I would come over, I also remember stopping at a deli here and getting 2 roast beef and cheese sandwiches with lettuce before I got back on I-40 heading back to Hickory. So I really, truly, at that point in time, since 1974, I know what the University of Tennessee and the great fan base here is about. I know that. And so I know when people talk about Rocky Top, I know what they're talking about. And with that said, I'm telling you, I am excited to stand here before you today, and I truly know that I'm blessed to have this opportunity. And when I came over here during that time when Coach Mears was coaching, I do remember the Ernie and Bernie show. So I remember as a college player myself how that was a big thing during those years. And also I was very fortunate, and I've been unbelievably fortunate to meet so many coaches, and one of the best I've ever met and had a chance to share time with. I'm talking quality time, talking basketball, going on Converse trips together, was Pat Summitt. Believe me, one, she would never say anything, but there's only one place you ever want to coach. I can tell you that. And we had talks, I can remember on those trips, I can remember talking basketball, and I'm not sure I remember anyone or know anyone that wanted to talk basketball more than Pat. And so believe me, when I look at the pavilion out there, I'm honored to be a part of this great tradition. And how can you not be happy with what Holly Warwick has done? Last night we were watching the game, thinking about her following a legend like Pat, and in 3 years as a head coach winning 3 Southeast Conference championships. And what she's doing is really, and I'm looking so forward to having a chance to meet her and working with her, because I just know that it's special. But the last 2 days, I will tell you, it's been incredible. I've spent a lot of time with, and you ask how something like this might happen so quickly. Once Dave and I started talking, the one thing I knew was in 1987, I was a young assistant coach at George Mason University and desperately wanted to be a head coach. And so I would send my resumes out everywhere I could send it. And I finally got my very first interview at East Carolina University. And when I flew into Greenville, North Carolina, Dave Hart was waiting to pick me up. He was the associate athletic director there. And immediately, it was a relationship that I just knew that, one, he was genuine, he was real. And spending the next day with him and having a chance to spend the evening with he and Pam, and actually playing golf with Pam in Greenville. But for some reason, he didn't hire me. And so I'm thankful this time that he did. And but really, he was the associate athletic director at the time, and then obviously following his career from East Carolina to Florida State, Alabama than here. And when we started talking about this, the one thing that I knew about him was, one, he's a basketball player, and there's just a trust level, a loyalty, and a way he makes you feel so comfortable. And then with those last 2 days, having a chance to be around Chancellor Cheek and his wife Eileen, thank you. I mean, from the time we sat down and started talking, it's just been unbelievable. Then being with Butch and Barb is last night, as we sat and spent time together. It's again, we can talk about a lot of things, but it's the people. It really is. And so Dave, truly, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because it's going to be great. It's going to be great. But today, as I really came on campus for the first time and started walking through here and seeing everything, it was so easy for me to get energized. And again, to step back and realize just how fortunate and how blessed I am to have this opportunity. As we went through the facilities and everyone, there's that feeling about, I know the one Tennessee, you can feel it. The energy is truly incredible. And when I think about having a chance to meet with our team today and talking to them about where we see it, where we're going to go, and I actually got a text last night from Bob Stoops, the Oklahoma coach, and congratulating me. And I haven't had a chance to really respond back, but I do want to tell him that I am looking. He actually said to me, "I'm looking forward to seeing you in Knoxville," but I'm looking forward to seeing our football team run through the T. I really am. I'm really excited about that part of it. And as I reflect back on a lot of different things, and again, I just really want to emphasize how humbled I am to be here, and I understand what's the great traditions that have come before me, and I can promise you this, that every day, I promise you this, that I'm going to protect the great integrity of this university, and our basketball program is going to mirror what this university stands about. And I just want you to know that I'm really, truly, really excited about what's happening here on Rocky Top. Thank you.